Good morning, Grizzlies. I'm Henry Anderson.
And I'm Justin Thomas.
The United States has been gripped by a drastic increase in stochastic terrorism in the past weeks. Last week, a man drove his car into a migrant care center, killing at least 8 people and leaving many injured. Law enforcement have yet to determine whether the attack was politically motivated, although it has been confirmed that the driver did have drugs in his system. This comes one day after another man brought a rifle into a mall in Allen, Texas, and killed 9 people, including a 3-year-old boy. The gunman was confirmed to be a Nazi, and the attack was most likely motivated by white supremacist ideals. In the midst of this, the Florida Republican Party has decided to continue their attacks on minority groups. The most recent batch of hateful bills to be passed is one which places extremely harsh checks on Hispanic Floridians, and another one which will allow the state to change parenting agreements to take away children who are exposed to woke ideology. In an update on this story, Ron DeSantis has signed into Florida law the Protections of Medical Conscience Act. Many activists have named the bill the Let Them Die Act due to it allowing medical organizations to discriminate against people based off of religion, creed, and political alignment. In other news, as of the 2024 presidential campaign's kick into motion, Robert Kennedy Jr. has announced that he will be running for the Democratic nomination. He has a history of spreading conspiracy theories and anti-vaccine rhetoric, so I doubt he will get the nomination. Sending it over to entertainment.
Thank you there. So here at Entertainment, we go to far-off places to avoid the scary world we live in. And so on May 26th of 2023, we had the Little Mermaid live-action movie where we can go under the sea. Everyone knows this story. Like, what more can I say? It's a good movie. Maybe. We'll see the live action. Currently has a 0% on the tomato meter because it hasn't been released yet. I will be in the opening line night, however, because I have to be. It's my job. Speaking of opening nights, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has crushed it with $118 million in the box office, and it has been reported as one of the greatest Marvel movies in years. I'm really excited to go see James Gunn's final MCU film. A new movie has been added to the Evil Dead franchise since 2013. Evil Dead Rises. Right now, it currently has an 84% on the tomato meter, so we'll see. The Bear Season 2 will start streaming on June 22nd on Hulu, and this season will have 10 episodes, 2 more than the last season. Now, Tim Burton's back. Once again, we have another sequel to one of his classic movies, Beetlejuice. Now, I'm not going to say the name again, because you know the rules. The sequel will release September 2024 with Jenna Ortega, who just worked with Tim Burton on Wednesday. And just as long as it took to make a sequel for Beetlejuice, MTV News has gone for 36 years and is now shutting down. The company was part of a major Paramount Global layoff. Now sending it back to local with Justin.
Thank you, Michael. People on May 5th gathered at the Linfield University to celebrate the New Commerce Festival. This festival is about a very historical and plentiful native flower, once all over the northwestern America. The Kalapuya people, who once roamed Willamette Valley, called the plant lacamas. It was a primary food staple. They were cooked and eaten, and ever since then, someone made an art piece and a festival about this one plant. Mission Mac High came to a close this weekend. Contestants of the events showed off dance moves and skits to a big audience at the community center on Sunday. Although the show ended, fundraisers and events hosted by Dornbecker will continue throughout the year. The Mission Mac High group will see you guys next year. A press box in a high school went up in flames early Wednesday morning before 2 a.m. Apparently, cops say that the fire tore through the 3-story building. The third-floor officers also say was the most damaged. On a more upside note, on May 19th through the 20th is the 23rd annual McMinnville UFO Fest. There are going to be games, face paint, music, runs, contests, and so much more. Let's make sure to have a fun and discover something extraterrestrial at the UFO Festival. That's all for local news. Now sending it to Isa with sports.
Thank you, Justin. Now, on this week with sports, on May 15, varsity baseball was playing with Forest Grove. Boys golf were playing at State at Emerald Valley. On May 16, varsity baseball playing at Forest Grove. Varsity and JV softball playing with Sherwood. Track and field playing at George Fox University. Boys golf playing for State again at Emerald Valley. On May 17, we have varsity baseball playing with Forest Grove. Varsity and JV softball playing at West Salem. May 18, varsity softball playing at Tiger. Boys and girls tennis playing for State at Tualatin Hills Park. May 19, we have track and field playing again at George Fox University. Boys and girls tennis playing State again at Tualatin Hills Park. And on May 20th, boys and girls tennis playing at Tualatin Hill Park for State. And now with the rugby teams, both rugby teams finished off with their semifinals on Saturday, May 13. Valley Panthers getting the win, defeating Salem Snapping Turtles by 36 and 26. The Valley Rams got defeated by the Eastern Tsunamis by 26 and 45. But this Saturday, May 20th, is the state championships. The Valley Rams will fight against Chinook Wolfpack for third place at 3 p.m., while the Valley Panthers will play against East County for state championships at 1 p.m. Both teams will play at Western Oregon University. Come down and support the rugby teams as they finish their season. Now that's all I have for today, Grizzlies. Now on to the interview with my daddy.
Thank you so much, Issa. I'm here with
Wendy Ubaldo.
and today we just wanted to get a Mission Mac High recap. We recently had the pageant. How did that go?
It went pretty good. Overall, our crowd was really good. Everyone was super nice, and we ended up pulling through.
Yeah, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I heard you guys had to set everything up yourselves. How was that?
It was definitely interesting. We had a week to set it up and do decorations, do our costumes and all that. Overall, it wasn't horrible. We could have used a bit more time, but with decoration wise and everything, I think we did pretty good.
That's good to hear. And if you missed the pageant, what would you tell us was the best part about it?
I'll go with the skits, definitely. It was one of a kind. It was very interesting, I may say. And then just running off and on stage, trying to get dressed and everything was definitely interesting.
That all sounds very entertaining. Who ended up winning?
Our Miss Mishamack High this year is Brooke Zollinger.
How much did she end up raising?
$3,000.
Oh my goodness. And do you know how much you guys ended up raising overall?
Overall, we raised around $14,000.
$14,000. That's a lot of money. What was your favorite part about joining Mission Mac High? This went on the whole school year. What would you say to people who want to join this?
The best part of it was definitely coming together as a family and then just growing together and helping each other out with our skits and our fundraisers. It was a family.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for this interview. Sending it back to the desk.
Oh, thank you. All right, so I believe that is all we have for you today. I'm Henry Anderson.
And I'm Justin Thomas.
And we are signing off. See you next time.
Later.